going on today is our Wear Red Day kickoff for our American Heart Month activities. The month of February is Heart Month, and every year we partner with our local chapter of the American Heart Association to just raise awareness of this devastating disease, the impact it has on so many people, and the things that we believe people can do about it. So today was our kickoff event. We had some remarks by our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. David Carmouche, who did a lot of work with preventing heart disease in his physician career. And then we took our big group picture, traditionally in the shape of a heart. And then we had a little surprise and had some dancing. We did a line dance, the freeze, which everybody knows, to kind of just show the importance of exercise, but also that exercise can be fun. And that's really important. You know, we want people to know that exercise doesn't have to be, you know, sweating for an hour on the treadmill, that it can be, you know, something fun that you like dancing, or, you know, going up and down the stairs, or, you know, walking the dog, playing with your friends, that kind of thing.
All right, everybody, good morning. Thanks for coming out to help us kick off our participation this year's Heart Month. See a lot of red dresses, a lot of ties. I think everybody got the memo, hopefully, today. Just wanted to kind of say that we're marking the 10th year of the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women movement. You know, that's been 10 years of fighting to save women's lives. As you all know, there's traditionally been an underappreciation of the risk of heart disease and stroke in women, and really the American Heart Association has taken this on as a major cause of theirs. And so while we've made a lot of progress over the last 10 years, there's really still a long way to go, because today, unfortunately, heart disease continues to kill more women than men, and at an average of about 1 death every minute. Heart disease kills more women than all forms of cancer combined. So I hope that women are, you know, both in Louisiana and across the country, starting to get the message that this is something they need to pay attention to. Here, I think we're ready to help out and rise to the challenge and make this year a turning point in that fight. We want to really do a great job with our participation, both in the Go Red campaign, but also in the Heart Walk later this spring, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But before I kind of go on any further, I want to welcome in and ask her to address us, Sabrina Heltz, who has been really involved in the Go Red for Women campaign for the last several years. Sabrina?
Start over. At 58, my dad had a triple bypass. 10 years later, he had a double, and he died at 76 years old of CHF. At 70, my mom had a double and a valve replacement. At 53, I have a brother with 2 stents. And 2 years ago, Terry Sterling from Our Lady of the Lake asked me to get involved with the Go Red for Women campaign. So I did, and at the beginning of me getting involved, my 32-year-old nephew died of an arrhythmia. So I really knew that I was doing the right thing, and I kind of felt like I was called to do it. I went to my first Go Red event. It was exciting, and I really got into it. I guess I showed a lot of passion because of what had happened, and I was asked to be the chair. So it was an exciting time. I was a little nervous about taking that on. And 5 days before our kickoff party for that year's campaign, my mother died of a heart attack. So that's when I knew that I was doing the right thing and I was involved in the right cause. So the thing about heart disease is, even though a lot of men in my life are affected, women are killed by heart disease more than they're killed by cancer. And that was kind of an interesting fact, and one that really hit home for me. So all I ask you to do is wear red today for someone you love. You probably all have somebody you love who's been affected with heart disease in one way or the other. Support the Heart Association. David's going to be chair of the Heart Walk. It's going to be a great event, so please come out and give your support to fight this deadly disease. Thank you. Y'all have fun.
Thanks, Sabrina. I didn't even know that, and that's incredible. So again, just a few more comments, then we'll take our picture. I'll just say that my interest in heart disease is also personal, and it comes from having been taken in, frankly, for my senior year of high school when I lived in North Carolina by a good friend of mine and his family when my family had moved back to Louisiana, and I didn't really want to change high schools my senior year. His father was an internist who was the picture of health, never smoked, was thin, exercised regularly. 2 years after I had graduated from high school and was back down in Louisiana, I got word that he had died suddenly of a heart attack at age 49. And really I kind of committed at that point my career to helping prevent this disease. So this is truly personal to me, and I really appreciate the support that we at Blue Cross give to this campaign. So let's talk about the Heart Walk. It's in April. We've got 3 teams this year. We have an ambitious goal of raising $20,000. So I really want a lot of involvement with this. We've got 3 team captains. We've got the pink team, which we're calling Pink Heartbeats, headed up by Pinky Windsor. I don't think she needs any introduction. The next team is white, and they're the Pacemakers, and that's Garrett Galjor and Robin Mayhall. They can't walk, but we can walk for them, and they're going to be great team captains. And finally, our red team is the Brave Heartthrobs, headed by Tremesia Abbott. And those of you who know Tremesia well know that she firsthand knows better than anybody the risk related to heart disease.
I'm a team captain because I am a heart disease patient. I've been living with heart disease now for almost 5 years. So I know firsthand about heart disease.
What's your reaction of the people signing up today?
I'm actually excited. The more the word gets out, the more people are going to come. I'm looking for a good turnout, and Blue Cross will reach the 20,000 plus.
What's your advice to other people when it comes to heart disease and stroke?
I would say be aware, know the signs and the symptoms. Age, race, it doesn't matter. It can happen to anyone because it happened to me.
You know, in my career as a practicing physician before I came here, I actually ran a preventive cardiology clinic, so this is really near and dear to my heart.
As a cardiologist, tell us a little bit about the risks of heart disease.
Well, the risks are common, and I think they're known to most people. They relate to having high blood pressure that's not treated, high cholesterol, having diabetes that's not well treated, being sedentary, being overweight, smoking cigarettes. Those are kind of the main ones that we can modify, and then there's some that we can't modify, like sex and age, and we know that heart disease is prevalent in both men and women, but typically more common as we get older.
Where does Louisiana rank in heart disease compared to other states?
Well, we're near the bottom, unfortunately. I think when it comes to most of the chronic disease kind of rankings in the United States, Louisiana's usually 48, 49, or 50, and it's no different for heart disease. We're near the bottom.
Tell us a little bit about the problem of stroke and how that's related to heart disease.
So Louisiana kind of fits into what's called the stroke belt across the southeast part of the United States. There's a lot of reasons that stroke seems to be very prevalent here. A lot of it has to do with our diet, salt intake, the rates of obesity in the southeast being high. Blood pressure is the main risk factor when it comes to stroke, and blood pressure control rates tend to be a little less in the southeast and in Louisiana than the rest of the country.
What age groups are particularly exposed to this?
Well, I mean, stroke can happen at any age, but typically we talk about older groups. Patients over the age of 65 or so are the ones most likely to be afflicted by stroke. But certainly we've got employees here at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana who've experienced stroke at quite young ages, and it's not unheard of to see even young adults in their 30s and 40s at times, for very unusual reasons, having stroke.
What are the key elements that people can do to prevent both heart disease and stroke?
I say that the best thing is to kind of know your numbers. You should know your blood pressure, and an optimal blood pressure is 120/80. It's high when it's 140/90. You should know your cholesterol, and the bad cholesterol is high really when it's above about 130. Finally, you should not smoke. You should stay active, and you should try to eat a healthy diet.
This is a big problem. Actually, a lot of people think women die from cancer, but heart disease is the #1 killer of women. Our employees are involved. We're a wellness company. We at Blue Cross Blue Shield, we cover a lot of people, and we want to make sure they stay healthy. That helps our industry, it helps keep costs down, and it keeps people living long and healthy lives.
My grandmother passed with heart disease, and also my oldest daughter has had heart problems in the past. So this is close to home and at heart for me.
Why are you participating in the Heart Walk?
Again, because it hits home and it's close, and it's for a good cause.
My husband's side of the family has. His great-grandfather had a quadruple bypass, and about 10 years later he had passed away on Thanksgiving Day.
Why are you signing up for the Heart Walk?
To kind of support my teammates and my coworkers and to just be a part of something great.
I'm participating in the Heart Walk because I just feel like it's a good cause, keeping active, keeping healthy, and this is a simple way to be part of that group.
My father passed away at 52 of a massive heart attack, and that was too young, and I was only 13 when it happened.
Why should people participate?
To keep that from happening and to live a long, healthy life.
I'm participating in the walk because my mom was just recently diagnosed with heart disease. She has an enlarged heart, so motivation for her, I'm gonna walk.
What's your reaction to today's event?
I know it's great. I mean, I love my job. We always do positive things, you know, for different organizations, so it was a great outcome.
I'm signed up today because heart disease runs in my family. I had an aunt and an uncle that died at 35 of heart attacks. My father also at 57. So me and my cousins, my relatives, we like cheer, like, yay, we made another milestone. So it's prevalent in our family, and I walk for my family.
I'm a team captain because the importance of what this means to so many people. For example, my grandmother had a heart attack. We were blessed, however, after the heart attack and her surgery, that we were able to have her for 87 years. Most families are not. So as that awareness becomes more aware to the community at large, not just how it affects me and my family, but how we can also save lives by being aware of the importance of how this event and many others need supports from not only people that are healthy, but those that are not healthy, to become more and more aware and an awareness of how it affects women. Sometimes it's shockingly because some families may be affected by their fathers or their brothers or their sons, but there are so many women that outnumber the men and the amount of the percentage of heart attacks that they have. As a result, this is Go Red for Women, to bring that awareness to everyone. Save a life, save your own or someone else's.
I think it's a great turnout, great program done. Everybody very energetic with the red and everything, and I just think it's a great turnout and great involvement today.
Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana is a fabulous supporter of ours and has been steadfast through all of the years. Today we're here at their atrium and we're celebrating the Go Red for Women and Wear Red Day. And we're also getting folks, their employees, to do what they ask all of us to do, take those 2 steps and start walking, get healthy. And we're doing that by signing up one of 3 teams that they are having here. They're going to have over 200 walkers that will be out at our Heart Walk, which is April 13th at the LSU campus. It is a free event for the community. There's no registration fee, but we ask you to come out and help us raise funds that help combat heart disease and stroke. We have Heart Walks in New Orleans, the North Shore, Monroe, Lake Charles, Lafayette, and Shreveport. Ours in Baton Rouge is in the spring, and I believe Mandeville is also in the spring, but all the other walks take place in November. And it's very easy to go to heart.org and search for Heart Walk in the city that you live in, and you will immediately get an information about where to find a Heart Walk in your area.
What is the purpose and the goal of Heart Walk?
Heart Walk is a couple of things. It's to get the community together to rally around a healthy heart and to bring awareness of what heart disease and cardiovascular disease and stroke do to our community. But it's also to raise funds, and those funds that we raise in Louisiana, no matter which walk you're in, stay in Louisiana, and they fund research. Pennington Biomedical Research Center here in Baton Rouge has 2 studies right now that are funded by the American Heart Association, and those are making immediate impacts in our community. They also go to help fund things like teaching gardens in elementary schools that help combat childhood obesity. So these are the ways that we are working with these generous people that are out walking, asking for donations to come back and put that money exactly in the community that they live in.
What's your reaction to today's event?
Well, we have a great staff here at Blue Cross, and we're always ready to put in offer a willing hand. So it's an awesome event.
It's awesome. I love this company and what it does for the community and how it reaches out to different causes.
I love it. I love it. And it gets me excited to know that everyone cares about heart disease because you know someone that has it.
This is incredibly exciting for me. It warms my heart to know that our employees really are so focused on this effort. I think Blue Cross Blue Shield is a major player in healthcare in Louisiana, really needs to take the lead on things like this, and to see the excitement for our employees is just heartwarming.
It's always an exciting day on Go Red Day. The employees really get into it. We're going to see a lot of red, a lot of action, and a lot of laughter. It's just a great day.
I am just so excited about what went on today. We had a lot of people come down from their offices, almost everyone dressed in red. You know, we asked everybody to do that to raise awareness of the day, and they all got in the picture, they all got out on the floor and danced. And then the next thing we're doing is signing people up to walk in the Heart Walk, the Capital Area Heart Walk, which is on April 13th. And we have gotten a lot of people signing up already. We have 3 teams, and they're kind of competing to get the most team members, so we've gotten a lot of people to sign up, and I think that's wonderful.
If people have questions or like more information, what should they do?
I think they should just go to our website, bcbsla.com. We've got great information there.